Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
I'll see
You're
you.
by yourself, right? Like,
Yeah. No.
okay.
This man in Genesee County, Michigan is a fast mover.
Get your hands out of your pocket and have a seat. No, you don't want to do that. It's going to be bad news.
But not fast enough for the Ghost Team or me.
Justin, you got to calm down.
Sir?
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TruBlu.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on TruBlu.
Well, we know what's going to go down tonight.
Sheriff Chris Swanson and his Ghost Team in Genesee County, Michigan are one of the leading law enforcement agencies in the country when it comes to combating crimes against children.
If I hear one thing overall that people are so thankful for in this county and the state, is Ghost. You know it. You have the brand. We have become the Batman of protecting those that are vulnerable, not just kids, but vulnerable populations.
Collaborating on an investigation like this is more than just covering a day-to-day story. It's a responsibility I take seriously.
I'm going to turn over to Chris Hansen for a quick closure, and then I'll wrap it up. Chris?
Sheriff, thank you. As always, we'll try to do the interview with the subject first. If not, we get out of the way. You guys do your business, and we'll pick it up after things are settled down. The arrest, the case comes first. We're just here to document it. So thank you as always. We understand our role. So
Thank you.
As the day turned into night, Lieutenant Andy Snyder is online chatting with a man looking to pay for sex.
what is he saying?
He just inquired about sex. He's willing to pay money for it. He's familiar with the area we are in. He asked if I was at one of the local motels. He said he's 30 years old and he's clean. He asked for a picture. He didn't even care if the decoy's face was in it or not. He said this is too good to be true. I advised him the decoy was younger. I asked him if he was a cop. He said no. He asked for the address. I told him the decoy was 15. If you're not cool with that, move him out. And he said, are you the police? So we went back and forth to that a couple times. He stated he wanted to come over. He agreed for $80.
For sex?
Yes. And he says, my bad, I'm sorry. I have to make sure you're not the police. I provided him with the address. He said, okay. He said, can I call you real quick? He just texted, I'm just trying to make sure, LOL. So what we'll do is have our decoy call him and kind of iron out all the details and get him over here.
Got it.
And with that, we get ready to record the phone call.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. What's up?
Yeah, I was just making sure you were going to answer and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, yeah. No, my phone was on silent, so I didn't get your call, but yep.
so everything all good? Like,
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm ready to see you.
okay, I'm nothing special. I'm just letting you know.
All right, well, I can make you feel special.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't do this. Like, this ain't no setup, is it? Because I'm just making sure.
Well, I mean, you're not a setup, are you?
Not at all.
All right, so, then we got that out of the way.
Okay, I'm just going to the gas station real fast, and then I'm gonna head your way. I'm literally like 0.8 miles away.
Okay, can you grab me something to drink?
What do you want?
A Faygo.
They go what?
Whatever they got, it don't matter.
It's a fucking store in Flint. They got whatever Faygo you want.
Well, an orange Faygo.
Got you.
All right. Oh, and a Kit Kat.
Okay.
All right. I'll see
You're
you.
by yourself, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
okay.
No one's here. It's just me waiting for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to the marathon. You said a Kit Kat, a Faygo orange?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, bet.
He may be apprehensive, but 30-year-old Justin is still coming to meet the underage girl.
So that didn't even give him pause, the fact that she said she was 15.
No.
So as far as we know, Justin is on his way.
Right. And he said he's about 5 to 7 minutes out.
5 to 7 minutes out. No doubt as to what he wants. from
Right,
the young
yeah,
girl.
he made that very clear.
Okay.
The hidden cameras are in position. The decoy takes her place, and I tuck into the side room just as Justin pulls up.
He's walking up to the house.
With the orange Faygo and Kit Kat in hand, Justin eagerly enters the house.
You can have a seat.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing the video.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go plug my phone in real quick because it's like at 2%.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna run into it.
Okay.
Plug it in real quick.
He has a look around, but the only thing he's going to find is me and the ghost team.
Hey, get your hands out of your pocket and have a seat. No, you don't want to do that. It's going to be bad news. Bad news.
Oh! Get out, get out. Get up! Stop resisting, sir. Hands behind your back.
Get up back.
Thank you.
Right there, sir. Stay here. Release your hand, sir. Do not pull your hand from me, I'm telling you, sir.
Don't do anything
Yeah.
stupid.
Relax your hand, sir. Relax for me, all right? Roll you over. Come on, roll over for me. We're gonna stand you up, okay? Come on, let's walk inside. Relax.
Please just cover my face. Please.
In cuffs, Justin is led back into the house to be searched.
Please.
Stop pulling, sir.
All right, look, Justin, we got to have a conversation here. So,
See right there.
Justin, you don't have a lot of choices here. So you might as well.
Relax for me, sir.
Justin,
Justin, look at me for a second. Hey. Hey, look at me.
Justin,
Do you have
Justin,
any
you got to
weapons
calm
on you,
down.
sir? Justin, I'm trying to talk to you. Do you have any
Justin.
weapons on you? Sir? Hey, relax. Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes, I got a pocket.
In this pocket right here, sir? Anything else in that's gonna poke prod me or make me mad?
No,
Okay.
no, they don't.
Just relax. We have some things to talk about. Listen, hey.
And before I talk to him, a ghost detective tries to get Justin to calm down.
So let us go through our process.
Yes, sir.
Chill out for me. You be honest with us.
I'm going to jail, ain't I?
Well,
Just
we're gonna
yes
talk
or
to you
no?
first. I don't have an answer for you right now. What's gonna happen is we're gonna have a conversation, okay? Somebody's gonna have a conversation with you. We're gonna figure things out, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. I just need you to calm down for me, all right? Can you do that for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Justin. Nothing else on you, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Just relax for me. All right, here's your other shoe, sir. Just get that on your foot, all right? You got it? All right. Chill out for me, okay? How much money do you have in your wallet?
A couple hundred.
All right.
100 and something.
40, 60, 1, 20,
See, just 100 and something. I don't know.
40, 60, 20, 30, 40, 140.
Yes, sir.
Set that right there, okay? These are your keys?
Yes, sir.
This is what you brought, correct?
Yes, sir.
So Justin, a lot of guys in your position try to.
I'm just a single male, man.
Okay, well then just help me to explain, because a lot of guys in your situation just lie and try to BS me. And the best thing I think is to just
please
tell
put
me.
that out of my face?
I can't. I gotta record this for our safety and for accuracy, Justin. So just tell me what happened
and why you're here. Okay?
I made a stupid mistake.
Okay. But what led up to it? What was going on in your mind that got you here? I just want to understand, okay? You're in the no judgment zone here. Just tell me what happened, what you were thinking, and why you thought this was a good idea.
It wasn't a good idea.
Okay, but you did it, right? So why did you do it? Take me through the steps.
Because I'm stupid.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Justin?
I don't want to say.
Okay, I'm going to find out, okay? So we might as well put the best spin on it that you can. I know where you live. I know what you drive. I know how old you are. I know your address.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you do for a living?
Like I said, I don't want to say, sir.
Okay, I'm going to find out, Justin.
Okay.
So you might as well tell me. What do you do? Justin, just tell me what you do for a living. What do you do for work?
Am I going to jail?
We're going to figure that out.
Please just, I know you're asking questions. Can I just get that one answer and I will let you know anything? If I'm going to jail tonight,
You will at least have to. You will at least have to go by the jail. I don't know how long.
No. Will I be in jail tonight?
That's not my decision. It's going to be.
Can
What do you need somebody to be called? Do you need,
yeah, I do.
Okay, well,
that's why I'm asking.
Okay, what do you need done if in fact you end up spending the night in jail? What do you need to happen? These guys are going to help you out, right? I know this looks
I
like
need to call my boss. I need to call my mom that's watching my child.
Okay.
Dude, I'm just a single parent. I don't do shit like this. I never go out.
All right. How old is your child, Justin?
He's 11.
11. It's a boy?
Yes, sir.
And where's your son tonight?
With my mother.
With your mom. And where does your mom live?
She lives with my sister.
In what town?
Flint.
Flint. And you live in Burton, right here?
Yes, sir.
And so on this Tuesday night, you just decided to find some company online.
Yeah, that was it. And I was really hesitant and wasn't going to do it for the longest. And then...
Were you anxious about the fact that this girl said she was 15?
That was the biggest thing. Like at first, as soon as I seen her, I was just going to give her the Kit Kat and the Faygo and literally just be like, yeah, I'm leaving. Seriously, like that's all I was going to do. I was going to bring over the Kit Kat. I thought about it for a second. I did, and then I'm like, man, she's 15. Just, you said yeah, go over there, bring her the Faygo, bring her the Kit Kat, and then just be like, you got to get out of there.
In the phone conversation you had with her,
I understand.
You were worried as to whether or not
this was a setup.
There was a setup, or if the police were here, if anybody else was in the house.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, it is suspicious AF, isn't it?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay. And how long did it take you to get over here tonight?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
And you were home alone at your place?
No.
Who was all there?
Just got done cooking dinner.
You just cooked dinner for your son?
Yeah, and my mom.
And your mom. So your mom came over to your house?
My mom comes... I'm a single parent.
I understand.
My mom comes over during the week while I work.
Right.
And then she watches the kid.
Right.
I just work and normally just come home. Like, I cook dinner for my son. I do all his laundry. I'm everything he has.
Yeah. Well, they're going to work. They're going to understand that. And they're going to work through it, Justin. They will.
I'm everything he has.
This isn't the end of the world. Okay.
It is to me.
Okay, but you're going to get through it. You will.
Yeah, but my son might be taken away. I might lose my job. Like, there's big consequences to this, and I do understand this now. Which this should have never happened.
Right, but tell me why it did. What was the switch? What was the moment where you decided to go for it as opposed to say, this is a bad idea. This girl's 15. This is all I'm trying to understand, Justin.
Honestly, as soon as I pulled in, I was really just going to pull out and just go home.
But what made you get out of the car and bring the Faygo orange and a Kit Kat bar to a 15-year-old girl?
I don't know, sir. There's something wrong in my head, apparently.
Because it would appear that once you got in here and you had a nice chat with the girl,
I said
you would have cozied right up and probably had sex with her, as you discussed in the chat. You talked about oral sex. You talked about intercourse. In the chat you did, yeah. You talked about paying her, right? $100?
That's what she said.
Right.
I didn't say any of those. That's what she said.
Yeah, but you came over here after a sexually charged discussion that involved paying a 15-year-old girl $100 for sex.
I didn't say that, though.
What did you think?
I didn't say that, though.
Well, why did you come over here tonight? It wasn't just to drop off a Kit Kat bar at Faygo Orange.
Honestly, when I saw her, yeah. That's what was going to go down.
Do you understand why that's hard for me to believe, Justin?
I do understand it's hard for you to believe.
Because from where I stand...
I was going to leave. Seriously.
You sat right down.
I did sit down, and then I really thought about it, and I'm just like, dude, you just need to get out of here.
Then why didn't you just try to explain it earlier? Why did you run like a jackrabbit towards the door? Especially when I said, don't do that.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. And why does somebody engage in fight or flight?
Because they're scared.
Because they're scared. And why were you scared? Because you were doing something wrong.
Exactly.
Because you came over here to have sex with a 15-year-old girl.
I did not. I came
Justin, why did you come over here? Just to play checkers? Chess?
No, as soon as I seen her, dude, I was going to drop off the Faygo Orange and the Kit Kat and leave.
A 30-year-old man doesn't normally get online to have a sexually charged conversation just to drop off a soda pop and a candy bar to a 15-year-old girl. That's not right. And what if some guy, talked to your son online and came over to visit him? How would you feel about that?
I understand what you're saying.
You'd be pretty ticked off, right? Do you have siblings? Do you have sisters, brothers?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest. How many kids in the family?
2.
2.
So are you going to answer my question from before, yes or no?
Tell me where you work, Justin.
No.
All right, I'm going to find out.
Okay.
Is there anything you want people to know about the situation that you are in now?
Shouldn't have did it.
Shouldn't have did it. And why is that?
Because I shouldn't have did it.
Why?
I shouldn't have talked to anybody online. Period.
Okay. Have you ever met anybody from online before for sex?
No.
So tonight...
My very first time ever doing anything like
2 days before Thanksgiving.
Anything like this.
Did you have Thanksgiving plans?
Yeah.
What were you going to do?
Go to my family's house.
Go to your family's house. And how are you going to explain this at Thanksgiving dinner, Justin?
I'm not. I'll probably be in jail.
And how is that going to feel to be in jail on Thanksgiving?
Dude, I'm about to lose my entire life. You please just...
Are you going to blame me for that?
No, I'm not. I'm blaming myself.
Okay.
I am the reason. It's my fault. 100%. It's my fault.
No turkey for you.
Could you just do whatever you're going to do?
All right. Well, there's something you need to know, Justin.
Yes, sir.
I'm Chris Hansen.
I couldn't have figured that.
You figured that. Have you seen my shows before?
Yes, sir.
You've seen the shows?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever think you would be in one of the investigations?
Dude, I don't ever do this.
Well, you did tonight.
Yeah, I did. You're right, I did.
And now you're in an episode of Takedown with Chris Hansen. Is there anything else you want people to know?
No, sir.
Are you sorry?
Yes. Very. Very, very.
And if we weren't here, and a 15-year-old girl was here, what do you think would happen?
I would have went home.
I don't believe you on that. I believe you're sorry.
I would have went home. I'm telling you this right now. I would have went home. I was planning on going home. As soon as she came back out, I was literally going to tell her I'm leaving.
But why even come here in the first place, Justin? See what I mean?
Because
you could have avoided this whole
You're right.
unpleasant situation.
You're right. You're exactly right. I could have avoided this whole situation just by not coming. But instead, my brain, I don't know what's wrong with it. It switched. Like I said, I don't ever do things like this. Ever. This is literally my first time I've ever done anything like this.
You know,
Anything.
a lot of fellas in your
anyone.
situation say the
This
same
is the first
thing.
time I've ever met anyone online.
Do you see why I would have a hard time believing that?
Yes, sir.
Why should I believe you, Justin?
That you've met them all. I'm just telling you how I feel and what's going in my head.
All right.
I was gonna leave, sir. As soon as she came back out, I was gonna sit down and just be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, and I'm leaving.
You could have said that online.
I could have. There's a lot.
You could have called police.
There's a lot of.
You could have called, you know,
There's
State
a lot.
Child and Family Services.
There's
Child
a lot
welfare.
I could have done.
Right?
You're right.
Or just not continue the conversation when she said she was 15.
You're exactly right, sir. You are exactly
So
right.
here's the part I don't understand. And I don't understand it when it comes from the mouths of a lot of other guys in your situation who tell me the very same thing. And I'm guessing the vast majority are not telling me the truth, Justin.
I'm telling you the truth. I was going to leave.
Okay, you're going to leave all right.
I know, in cuffs to jail. I understand
There
that.
you go. That part you got right. All right, Justin, these fellas are going to take it
You
from
just
here.
have a seat for a second, okay, for me. Hey, like I told you, you're gonna talk to the detective downtown, okay? As of right now, you're not gonna be taken into the jail. You're gonna sit and talk to the detective first.
Well, can I?
You can talk to the detective downtown,
I was
and you
going
can,
to make a phone
and
call.
I'm sure he'll work with you down there, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just give us a second, okay? Stand up for me.
Sir.
Justin, thank you for talking.
Can I have my hat?
Is that your hat right there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you throw it like in there? Put it in
You want it right there?
Here we go. Thank you.
Spot, sir.
Justin wouldn't tell me what he did for a living, but I found out after the investigation that he noted on his intake forms that his employment was weed grower, as in marijuana. For his actions in Genesee County, Justin was charged with child sexually abusive activity, accosting and soliciting a minor, and using a computer to commit a crime. We'll keep you posted on the case against him. Justin's story is a very familiar one. In virtually 70% of the cases we see during our predator investigations, our takedown investigations across the country, the guys say they weren't going to do anything. I saw the girl. I knew it was wrong, but yet they do it anyway. And it's hard for me to believe, standing where I stand, that if we weren't here and the girl was willing, that there wouldn't have been the exploitation of a child. And that's why we do what we do. Sheriff, in the most recent ghost operation, Justin actually left his 11-year-old son behind to come meet a teenage girl after a sexually charged conversation. This guy tried to run and ultimately sat down to talk. It's unbelievable that somebody would leave their own child behind to meet another teen.
It's unbelievable to the average person, but we see that all the time in this world that we live in.
He brought a soft drink and a snack, a candy bar. What does that say about his intent?
Well, that's why we ask in our chats to stop and grab one or two products, because we're giving people an opportunity to have a break in consciousness, a break in reality. We do that because we want to show premeditation. We want to give them an opportunity to wake up in reality and think, what am I doing? But in this case, his reality was, I'm going to go to this house and I'm going to have sex with an underage kid.
He tried to tell me at first that he was not going to do anything. He was just coming over to stay with the girl, check on her, help her out. But if that was the case, why would he continue over to the house after stopping at a store to buy the items the girl requested? It would seem that that would give him pause to reflect and say, no, this isn't the right thing to do.
Well, I think we've seen that play many times in our career, both you and I. When someone is trying to rationalize their behavior, they do it in a way that they are trying to be the hero, where in fact they're the villain.
In the phone call between the suspected predator, Justin, and the decoy, he's very detailed about wanting to make sure this girl is home alone.
I mean, you understand, he's a predator, and they're going after the prey. And they don't want another predator, meaning a protector there. They want to have that individual by themselves, so it's total control. This is not unusual, and that's what makes it that much more dangerous.
But again, Sheriff, we see a guy who's watched these investigations on television before, and he still shows up. What does that say about a guy like this?
Mindset, determination, persistence.
What do you think would have happened, Sheriff, had the ghost team and my team not been there and a 15-year-old girl had been home alone.
So I think it's important for everybody to realize that our partnership with you, because you're not a operator, you're not an enforcer, you're a storyteller. You create documentaries on what's happening in a world that many people have no idea are existing right in their backyard. Ghost is there as the investigative side, the enforcement side. And when you combine the two, you get to see stories of reality. And had it not been for not only Ghost being there and you documenting, but even stories like this, you're protecting my people in the state of Michigan and around the country and around the world, because we tell these stories. Because had it not been you at that front door or Ghost to be there to do the investigation in the beginning, then that act would have happened and is probably happening somewhere now as we're doing this recording. That's why we have to be proactive. We can't wait for the 911 call that somebody's already been assaulted. We work those cases too. But if you're not proactive, then who's watching the victims that are being assaulted? I can't stand by and let that happen.
WatchTruBlu.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen true crime documentaries and exclusive investigations.